Are we rolling? Okay. Hey y'all, what's going on? I'm Hillary. I went on my Instagram to ask all of you guys what you wanted to know about my weight loss journey. The tea, the secrets, the lies. Girl, come on now, that's so dramatic. I got a lot of questions from you guys, and I'm going to go through them thoroughly. Charlie. But yeah, it's I just want to show you guys, and this, I'm only doing it on my Instagram. I got a lot on my TikTok as well. If you don't follow me on TikTok, the link is in the description. I got a lot. Excuse my crack screen, but gee, look at that. It just keeps going and it keeps going and it keeps going. And a lot of them are just repetitive. So yeah, let's go ahead and get on with the video. So the first question that I get so much is, how long did my weight loss journey take? It took me 11 months, less than a year. I started in June of 2020. So I started last year around this time, basically. Like, well, next month makes it, you know, a whole year. June 16th was the day that I made a vow to myself that I'm not letting anyone shit on me ever again. And I was gonna boss up on y'all, and I completely did. I'm kidding. Yeah, June 16th was the day I made my vow that I was going to make a change for the better. And it took me 6 months in total to lose the 100 pounds because I had the weight to lose. I was starting off really big. I'm 5'3", and at the time I was around 280 and 285. It was just really heavy. I actually gained more weight during quarantine. You know, the beginning of quarantine from March to June, I probably gained like 10 more pounds because I was just eating so bad. It just really drove me to make a change, because if I was gonna keep going, it was gonna get bad. It took me 6 months to lose the 100 pounds, and then it took me from January up till now to lose like 20 pounds. Why is it so hard to lose more body fat? Because I don't have as much body fat as I started off with. So clearly it's harder for me to lose more body fat. But during this time period, the recent 5 months where I was able to change my body composition, I gained a lot of muscle mass. So yeah. This question that I see a lot is about my chest. This one right here says, when losing weight, did you lose breast tissue? Oh my God. Unfortunately, you know, well, not even unfortunately, when you lose a lot of weight, the amount of weight that I lost, especially in a short amount of time that I did, you get loose skin, and you get it everywhere. You don't tell loose skin, you know, where to go. It just goes where it ends up, you know? So, you know, I definitely got loose skin around my chest. I lost the majority of the fat in my breast, and it's not the best, you know, and I don't know. It has caused me issues with intimacy. Am I considering getting my boobs done? Hell yeah. If you really saw how they are, you would be like, yeah girl, we got to go together. Let's go to the consultation. And I actually did get consulted with a doctor about my loose skin. That's like a next question that everyone's asking me. I did go to a doctor about my loose skin, about my breast, getting my breast done, and I'm in the process of actually, you know, seeing if I'm up for it. I don't know if I am ready to sit out of the gym for so long, because I've been going to the gym every day for the past year basically, and I don't know how I'm gonna be able to do it, to be honest, but I'll let you guys know. We're going together. I'm documenting the whole thing. Did you follow any strict diet? And did you do keto? Yeah, I had to change my diet. I had to change my eating habits because I was eating like shit. So I had to change my diet. I was on a keto low carb diet. I just consumed a lot of high volume foods. That basically means that I was consuming a lot of food volume that contained, you know, little to no calories. Does that make any sense? A cup of spinach is like 20 calories, or asparagus is like 8 of those are like 20 calories. And then I would have some chicken breast as well on the side. And I would have so much, I would eat so much asparagus and vegetables and stuff like that so that it fills me up and I don't crave anything during the day. I also didn't snack during the day. I found that that really helped to rebuild my metabolism. I would have a window between each meal about 3 hours or so because I was still doing intermittent fasting. I wouldn't snack in between so that I can just rebuild my metabolism because it was to crap, honestly, at this point. I mean, at that point. So yeah. Ooh. Okay, I get so excited. What size were you when you started and what size are you now? My jean size, I was a size 22, 24 in jeans. And now I'm a size 6, size 8. I'm a true medium. I fit into smalls when it comes to like athletic wear because, you know, they're stretchy. But in terms of like normal, regular clothes, I'm a true medium. But I was a size 22, 24 at the age of 21 years old, 21 years old, 19 years old. I was wearing plus size clothes my entire life literally. So when I was able to fit into my first size 6 jeans, I was like, wow. That's kind of when it hit me a little bit. I mean, like, it honestly hasn't hit me completely that I lost all that weight. I have moments where I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can cross my legs and stuff. But I was a size 22, 24 when I started. Like Forever 21 jeans, I would wear a size 24 jeans. So how often did you work out? Well, to lose the first 50 pounds, I did cardio twice a day. I would go to the gym in the morning and then at around afternoon time when I came back from work, because I was working at my dad's office around this time and we got off at 6 o'clock. So I would go home and I would do ℎ𝕀𝕃 at home HIIT workouts. So I would work out twice a day with cardio and I would do that like 6 times a week. I would rest just for one day to really just help repair my body and my soreness because I was super sore at the time doing all these new movements. But now that I'm weight training, I train 6 to 7 times a week and I'll be training 2 to 3 hours a day. I live in the gym. Literally, I live in the gym. Did I give up sugar right away? Yeah, I went cold turkey because I was addicted. To sugar. I had a sweet tooth. So in terms of like sugar, I mean like processed artificial sugar, like candy and cookies and cake and cupcakes and all that stuff. I gave it all up because it was just diminishing my body and my health and I had to give it up. Yeah, I was sweating a little bit, literally. I was popping veins and stuff because, you know, I went cold turkey. It was like my drug. It was like a comfort for me, literal comfort food. But I had to limit myself, not even limit, just I cut it all out, cut it. These are really good questions, y'all. Okay. This question is, what's your go-to meal for breaking your fast? I usually break it around 12 o'clock at noon, and that's like when I come back from the gym, so it just works out perfectly. I'll have like a bowl of yogurt with some bananas or strawberries or blueberries or hemp of hearts, because hemp of hearts are literally filled with protein. They're like 18 grams of protein on top of the non-fat Greek yogurt, which is like 16 grams of protein. So I just consume a lot of protein, literally. Or I'll just have like a quick protein shake to break my fast, or just have like my first meal, which is like some chicken breast or like asparagus and all that. But that's a really good question. This question is how to develop a habit. So we all heard that saying, it takes 30 days to develop a habit. I just took each day at a time. Like, I literally did not focus on the future. I mean, I know that sounds weird when it comes to weight loss because, you know, you want to really focus on planning out your future and planning out your journey, but I knew me. I knew that if I put too much pressure in the beginning, I would not go through with it. I don't know if you guys are like that too, but I was like, let me just take it easy this time. But not easy, but let me just take it one day at a time, basically. So I took it one day at a time until I started to really get into it. And that's kind of when I started seeing results. Like, I lost 11 pounds my first week and I was hooked. I was hooked. Once you start seeing results, you are hooked, and I guarantee it, because it's like, come on now, we getting there. This one says, how do you stay focused when that scale fluctuates, and did you teach yourself or a trainer? Weight fluctuates. I'm a female. I get my periods, and with periods we get bloating. Whoo, child, bloating. Water weight is real. I can drink a cup of water and I'm 8 months pregnant, literally. Knock on wood, because, you know, But yeah, my weight has fluctuated in terms of like bloating. So I wouldn't even like weigh myself every day. And I don't recommend weighing yourself every day. If you are just obsessed with the number on the scale, you're not gonna get anywhere. And I guarantee you that. I would weigh myself like once or twice a week, literally. Or if I felt lighter, I would just weigh myself. Because I knew if it was my period and I felt bloated, I'm like, I don't want to see that number because I know it's gonna be greater, and I'm putting all this work, and no, it wouldn't make sense for me to do that to myself emotionally. So I just wouldn't weigh myself every day because I didn't want to focus on that number. Did I have a trainer? No. I did this all by myself. My trainer was YouTube and Fit Talk on TikTok. I literally learned so much from YouTube and Fit Talk. Learning like new forms, especially when I was learning how to do new movements or compound movements for weight training, was like learning how to do my makeup again. It was like I was back in middle school and I would spend hours in front of my computer learning how to do my makeup or learning how to do my eyebrows or learning how to do my hair or how to do my nails, how to French tip. That's kind of the mindset I had when I went into learning how to do weight training. It was kind of like learning how to do makeup again. That sounds so weird, but I promise you, like, I just thought like that's how it felt for me. I felt like that's how it was. Like, it was a familiar feeling of sitting in front of a computer screen or my laptop and just watching endless amounts of tutorials about where your foot placement should be or how your back should be, where the dumbbell should lay, where the barbell should lay on your back, the food you should eat, the amount of protein you should consume. It was like learning how to do my makeup again. And that kind of excited me. And that's kind of how I just kept going as well, because it was just a whole new world of just taking information in. And I was so prepared to go about it and implement it into my life and into my routine. It was awesome just seeing the results, you know, finally paying off. All those hours of research just finally paying off. So it was fun. So I had no trainer. I was my trainer. I'm also not a certified trainer or a certified dietitian. It's just all self-taught. This one says, how do I get out of a plateau? Been stuck here for 3 years. Oh my. This is how I get out of a plateau. Plateau is when you're stuck, the weight on the scale isn't moving. You feel like you're not making any progress in your weight loss or whatever you're trying to, you know, achieve. I have hit so many plateaus in my weight loss. Like, oh my gosh, I've hit so many plateaus within this like 11 months. And how do I get out of it? This may sound weird. I just ate more calories. I would consume more calories. I would put myself in a bit of a calorie surplus, and I wouldn't go extreme. I would put myself in like a 300 to 500 calorie surplus for like a week or a week and a half, and I would still train the same amount. I wouldn't go harder. I wouldn't go slower. I would put in the same amount of work. I would just eat more but healthier. That didn't give me an excuse to eat like crap. I would just eat the same type of food in just a little bigger proportions, and I would do that, and then I would just go back, and I would just go back into my regular caloric deficit. Basically, I would just be in the caloric surplus for like a week and a half, and then I would go back. It's kind of like washing your face with the same products every day for like 6 months, and you're wondering why you're not seeing changes in your skincare, because you're using the same product, and then you buy a new product but you're still using the same products. It's just that one product, and then you see a difference, and then you kind of go back so that your body isn't, or your face is not used to the same thing. That's basically how I get out of my plateaus. I would just eat a little more so that my body isn't used to the deficit, because it'll just become a caloric maintenance. And so I just have to kind of switched up a little bit. But yeah, that's how I would get out of a plateau, and I would have many plateaus. This question right here, do people treat you better or more interested in you after losing weight? Yeah, unfortunately, hell yeah. This question is very unfortunate because it is very true. I noticed how people would treat me the more I lost weight. It became very clear that people were only nice to me because of my appearance, and I would get doors open for me more. People would smile at me more. People would make small talk at me more. Like, they'll just randomly start talking to me, like, okay, we're having a conversation. Okay, family members would be nicer to me. Friends would be nicer nicer to me. Guys would be more creepier. You guys are creeps, okay? I got followed around the freaking grocery store today. Cat calls all the time. Like, I don't like it at all. It's not fun to get cat calls. It's very scary. It's not fun at all. It's scary. It scares me. Men are creepy. God, I hate men. Yeah, people would be more nicer to me. It would be easier for me to get things out of people. I wouldn't have to be fearful of asking people to do things for me, because like there would be a chance they would say yeah pretty quickly. People have treated me better due to me losing 120 pounds. That is life. That is society for you. Superficial as fuck, but it is what it is. What kept me going through the hard days? I really like this question because a lot of people ask me, how do you stay motivated? How do you like, what keeps you motivated? You lose motivation so many times, but you have to be determined. I have lost motivation to get out of bed. I have lost motivation to go to the gym. I have lost motivation to just eat healthy, but I didn't care. I refused to go back to how big I was. There was no way that I was making this much progress and I was going to reverse my progress because I lost motivation. Girl, bye. I was determined to reach my goal no matter what, okay? I was very determined. You lose motivation, you become determined. And whatever goal you wanted to reach, whatever goal I wanted to reach, I became determined. I became obsessed. So what kept me going through the hard days? Determination. Because the old me, she's gone. I can't resurrect that girl. The memorial service was gone. It happened a long time ago. Point blank, period. So this question is basically, how do I know when to progressive overload when weight training? So progressive overload is basically the process of adding more weights to, or more sets or more reps to your training so that your muscles become more fatigued, your muscle fibers are ripping, and that's how you basically get results. So you want to make sure that the last 3 reps of every set you do is difficult. So if you're breezing through an entire set of like 8 reps, you should add more weight to whatever you're doing, or you should add more reps or an extra set. For me, I like to stay, and no matter what I do, and if it's upper body, lower body day, I like to stay within 3 to 4 sets, and then I'll do either 12 to 15 or 10 to 15 reps. I want to make sure that the last 3 reps of each set is difficult. If I can breeze through it, then I need to add more weight. So that's kind of how you know. Good question. What is a typical workout look like for you in the beginning and now? So what was my workout structure in the beginning of my weight loss journey and now? In the beginning, I was just doing cardio because I had to lose all the body fat, walk in to the gym, and I would do my dynamic stretches, and then I would hit the treadmill on an incline of like 3, like speed 3, so like 12, not really 12, 33, because I really did not know that at the time, but I would just incline it for a little bit and then do like a little speed walking, or I would hit the Stairmaster for a bit, and 5 minutes would have me drenched because I had so much body fat, so it was easy for me to sweat. Something that I envy. I wish I could sweat like that. I miss sweating like that, high key, but it is what it is. How my workouts are structured now that I am weight training 6-7 times a week, I'll walk in a gym, I'll do Stairmasters to warm up my body for a little bit, for like 5 minutes, and then I'll stretch for a little bit. I'll still do my dynamic stretches because it's very, very important. Then I'll do my compound movements. Compound movements are basically any movement that hits multiple parts of your body, multiple muscle groups of your body. The back squat for leg day, or any kind of variation of a barbell squat at the squat rack is like a compound movement. And then I would do my accessory movements, and then I would do free weights, and then I would do my static stretches, and then I would do some cardio if I had any more energy, and then I would go home. And that is how I structure my workouts now. Thank you. This question is, do you have any autoimmune diseases to consider in your weight loss? I'm going to assume that this person is talking about PCOS, and from my knowledge, PCOS makes it difficult for especially women to lose weight. I never experienced anything of the sort from PCOS. I know that it is very difficult for women that do have that disease to lose a lot of weight, and my heart goes out to you guys. You guys are literally putting in the work every day. But no, I didn't. So I was pre-diabetic. I don't think that's even a disease, but I was pre-diabetic. This question is, how do you control the hunger? So when I started, I was so hungry. Lord, I was hungry. You can hear my stomach growling from a mile away. That's how hungry I was. But I knew that I could not eat. I mean, I was always hungry because like my metabolism was all over the place. So like when I started off, I literally would cry. Not I wouldn't cry, but like I would just be like, this is not it. I wanted to quit so much because I just wanted to eat. I just kept drinking water. A really good supplement that I would take would be fish oil. I would just take one of this and literally like I would have to drink water. Like water was my best friend. I wouldn't even put any flavor in the water. I was just drinking water and water and water. Like, remember, I wasn't snacking at the time, so I was so freaking hungry till I just got used to like eating at certain times, and then the hunger kind of went away. My appetite kind of slowed down a little bit. Okay, this is the last question. So did I take any vitamins or supplements? Yeah. So the supplements that I took the fish oil that I just showed you guys. I took vitamin D3, vitamin B6, probiotics for my bloating. I would drink some super greens. Actually, I actually just got into super greens because I hear it's really good for bloating. Girl, I'll be bloating. Those are all the questions that I am answering now. If I couldn't get to it, you guys know how to reach me. I'll leave all my social media down below. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Stay tuned for the next video. I love you guys. Good luck on your journeys. Virtual hugs. I hope this video helped anyone out there, and have a great rest of your day or night or morning. Bye.